This is my safety service announcement to you. I ask you all to listen very carefully. Listen to the whole video because I would hate for anyone to get hurt. This is a very serious situation. I was in my quarters one day, and this was while I was in the military, and we were getting ready for service, and I had some clothes in the clothes dryer, and then the dryer was running, and we were getting ready, and then I heard this loud noise. I mean, it was like a squeaky noise, but it was real loud, and I'm sitting there like, what the heck is that noise? So I go to the laundry room area in our quarters, and I move the dryer to see what it was. When I moved the dryer, a big ball of fire shot out the back of the dryer, ran up the wall. It was a ledge that used to hold like soap powder and things like that, and it came off the ledge and it came straight at me. I mean, I'm looking dead in the face of fire. Fire's coming off the wall, and I turned my head so that it wouldn't, hit me direct. And when I turned my head, it hit on the side of my face. It was as if someone took a pen or a pencil and drew a line right down the middle of my face and just burned all of that. I had second-degree burns on over half of my face and down my arm. At first, I didn't realize what was happening, and I probably had to scream. I must have screamed so loud because all I could see at that time was fire. It looked like everything was on fire. So my kids, they must have heard me scream or whatever because they ran and hid. So now I'm trying to put the little fire out that was there because some clothes and things that was on the washer, they caught on fire. I was able to put that out, and then I'm running around the house because I'm not sure if it's in the wall or where it came from, and I'm trying to find my kids, and they're hiding in the closet. I finally get them. I run them downstairs because we was like in a duplex, and I run them downstairs to the neighbor's house to say, hey, can you keep an eye on them real quick while I go up and make sure everything is okay? Then I go back up to my quarters and I start checking everything out. Then I called the fire department. I called 911 for the MPs, the military police to come, and then everybody, that shows up to my house. As I'm doing a report, and the fire department's checking the walls and checking the dryer and things like that, and I'm doing a report with the MP, and I'm standing there, and he was saying, okay, what happened, and I'm giving him all the details, and I was like, and he asked me a question. He said, one more question, sir. Are you sure you don't need to go to the hospital? And I'm sitting there like, I'm fine. It was just the adrenaline was flowing and everything was going, but like, I'm fine. And he's like, are you sure you don't need to go to the hospital? What was happening while I'm sitting there doing the interview with the MP? My face was mutating. It had started filling up with like the pus or whatever that comes with the burn, and it was filling up. So my face had literally swollen almost 2 times the size of the other side. Now, I'm not, hyping up nothing. I know I wasn't going to ever win no Mr. America, no beauty contest, anything like that. But over half of my face was burned off. I mean, it was burned. It was second-degree burns on half of my face. Where did it come from? Dryer lint. One of the most flammable things in your house is dryer lint. The lint in the dryer traps, and sometimes it get caught behind the dryer, in the drum and in the back of the dryer, is some of the most flammable things in your house. What happened was that when I moved that dryer, and I didn't turn it off, so that's one of my first mistakes. I didn't stop the dryer or unplug the dryer, I just moved it. A piece of that lint that was trapped up in there and that was making this squeak and things like that fell on the heating coils. And when it fell on the heating coils, that big ball of fire comes shooting out of the back of that dryer. So I'm saying this to you, that if you have a dryer in your home, gas or electric, because this was an electric dryer, I ask you to check your dryer traps after every load that you dry, whatever. And then on occasion, definitely make sure you go in there and open up that back and check it out and clean it out, or get it professionally cleaned. Don't go through what I went through. Now, I was blessed. I'm going to tell you I was blessed that I only had second degree. I didn't lose any sight or anything like that. And I had to stay in quarters because I was stationed in Georgia. So I had to stay in my quarters for like 6 to 7 months where I couldn't even go outside because the pigmentation on my skin, on my face, and on my arm was gone. I remember being in church one day, and one of the deacons, when I first came back after the injury, I first come back, and all of the pigmentation is gone on the right side of my face, and one of the deacons make a comment. He gets up, and then it was funny when he said at the time, because he's trying to ease the tension that I had, because you're afraid. But he said, "I'd like to thank Brother Jack for coming in and showing us all that white and black can get along." And it was, it's like, all right, yeah, it's funny. But it was definitely just like while I was healing, it was like on Batman, Two-Face. I had like somebody that took a line, and drew a line and said, hey, this side's going to be burnt and this side's going to be straight. So with all of that being said, I'm asking you all, make sure you check your dryer. Make sure you check your that appliance out, and if anything is there, get rid of it, because it is super flammable, and it can cause some serious injuries to you as a person, or damage to your home if it catch fire. If you're a person that like to go hunting or camping or things like that, collect that dry lint, put it somewhere safe, and take it with you, because it will help you start your campfires and things, because it is super flammable because of how dry it is from going through the process of being dried out. So with all that being said, I say thank you for listening to me. I hope you learned something if you didn't know, and share this video with other people so that they will know and can be safe. Until next time, thank you. Talk to you later. Be blessed, and peace.